Elden Ring and Wukong fans should celebrate because Geoffies here has done two things that's never done before. A DLC being considered for the category Game of the Year, and Wukong being the lowest critically rated game for the category of Game of the Year. Wukong is rated 109th of this year, but it is top 6 in the Game Awards. Although to be fair, if you add in the context and how popular and how, you know, it being like the first AAA single player Chinese game, you know, kind of deserves a spot, right? So I'm just gonna do one take, see how this goes. It's very clear for me this year is either Astro Bot or Final Fantasy Rebirth. In third place I'll probably put Metaphor and then Elden Ring. I'm really happy Balatro got it here because this is a one man made this game, and he is in the contender of Game of the Year, which is pretty nuts. But I really hope it's either Astro Bot or Final Fantasy. My vote goes to Final Fantasy. This game is one of the greatest games I've ever played. My god, I'll never forget the first time I stumbled upon Gold Saucer. Best game direction, hilariously, is the same 6 games. Creative vision and innovation in game direction design. Rebirth is absolutely shocking, the direction that it took, the game direction it took compared to Remake. Like, if you played Remake and then you played Rebirth, you're like, what in the world? Rebirth is a completely went in a direction that blew your mind. You would never expected it. Astro Bot managed to take is such a simple like gameplay, but just what do you call it, execute it in the most creative way possible. Metaphor, I'm sorry, it's just gonna go to Rebirth, dude. I'm sorry. Best narrative, I really like the story of Final Fantasy Rebirth. Infinite Wealth, the story I felt was kind of the worst part about the game, to be honest. Metaphor was basically like an election simulator for the first half, which was really good. I think that was so unique and creative. But then the second half kind of just went over the top, batshit crazy, and I wasn't really a fan of that. I've never played Hellblade 2, so unfortunately I don't know. Silent Hill 2. The storytelling of Silent Hill 2 with using the environment and the music to tell that mystery of that story and built it up, and then just wham, drop it down. Plot reveal is like blew your mind at the end. Silent Hill 2 is a great example of less is more, simple is better, and it's like a short game with a story that honestly was very impactful. I have to say, like, what has the best story, it would be Silent Hill 2. But Rebirth story was so interesting that it kept me captivated for 120 hours. It feels like quantity versus quality, but honestly, Silent Hill 2 left a bigger impact on me. I know people would be like, but the story is just a retelling of, you know, original Silent Hill 2, which I get. Some people have the same argument for Rebirth, but if you play Rebirth, let me tell you, a lot of OG fans of Final Fantasy VII are not really happy with the direction the story is going. It is quite different from OG, but in some ways, yes, it is similar. It's more different than Silent Hill 2, let's just say that, in comparison to the OG story. But my vote goes to Silent Hill 2. Art direction. I think Rebirth not being nominated for this category is kind of nuts, because the art direction in Rebirth is really good. I think the artistic design of the towns, Gold Saucer, my god, the just going from like the haunted mansion from one area to the next. How is Rebirth not in best art direction is a huge robbery. I can't believe it. I actually genuinely cannot believe it got robbed. It definitely got robbed. For this one, honestly, like, yeah, Metaphor is stylish, but I feel like it's not even as stylish as, you know, like Persona 5. Elden Ring, I've never played Neva. I can't judge. Black Myth Wukong, that definitely feels like the weakest out of the 4 that I know in this category. I think this one is a no-brainer for Astrobot. Every level is just so creative. Different environmental design for every level. It's so great. Astrobot is such a big surprise this year. This is a stacked fucking category. I'm not gonna lie. Astrobot music, banger. Rebirth, insane. How much was it? With like 200 different tracks. Metaphor, I might get flack for this. I don't think Metaphor's soundtrack was all too great in comparison to what you know them for, right? P5 soundtrack, one of the greatest of all time. Metaphor, other than the battle music, that I wasn't really a big of a fan of anything else, to be honest. Silent Hill 2. I think audio design for Silent Hill 2 is good, not so much the score and music. Like, the score and music is great, don't get me wrong. I just don't know if I would prefer it over the other. Stellar Blade. Yeah, Stellar Blade did have good music. Yeah, I kind of forgot about Stellar Blade soundtrack for a second, but no, it did have good music. But I think for this one, I will be giving it to Rebirth. It kind of sweeps for me, man. Audio design. I wouldn't give this one to Rebirth. I've never played Call of Duty, never played Hellblade 2. Astrobot or Silent Hill 2. I'm sorry. Like, Astrobot is like very close, but I'm giving this to Silent Hill 2. The music tells a story in this game. The audio design tells a story. It helps it. It's beautiful. The audio design, fantastic. Ooh. Man, it's between these two again because I didn't play these other 3 games. But Aerith or James? Yeah, I feel like it's just gonna come down to that, right? Aerith or James? I'm giving it to James. I think James nailed it. Innovation and accessibility. I've only played these 2. And I'm gonna be honest, Dragon Age, the Veilguard is so easy that you can play the game with one finger, blindfolded, and with your toes and stuff. Like, that's how easy this game is, so it wins in accessibility. Games for impact. I literally played none of this game. I can't vote on this. Best ongoing. I've only played D4 and Helldivers 2. You know what, Helldivers 2, you get it just cause you didn't get anything else. Oh, okay, you had another one here. Best community support. I don't know. There was a lot of controversy with this, but I can't really speak for any of these. I don't really know what Baldur's Gate 3 has been doing. I thought like they were done with it, but I will not vote because I don't know. Best independent game. Come on. Come on. This one got voted for Game of the Year. Come on. Debut indie game. Come on. Easy. Next. Best mobile game. I'm sorry. I apologize, but best mobile game. Sorry. I spent the most time on this one. Best VR AR. This is a banger game, Metal Hellsinger. I didn't even realize it was a VR, but I didn't play any of these, so. Best action game. Call of Duty's an action game now? I guess the definition here is a bit different. They're getting 2B DLC, man. They're getting 2B DLC. But in general, I like the combat of Stellar Blade more than I liked Wukong's. Best action adventure. Silent Hill's action adventure? I guess with this definition. But yeah, no. Astrobot. Makes way more sense. Ooh. Is this the only thing Dragon Dogma 2 got nominated for? This is a tough category. These 5 games are really. This is real. 2024 was really the year of the RPGs, JRPGs. Literally every single one is a JRPG. That's crazy, right? All Japanese devs. They've been cooking. How they didn't put Unicorn Overlord is a big robbery, in my opinion. Actually. No, yeah, I would put Unicorn Overlord over Dragon Dogma 2. I think they should have let six games here. This game was... I have very mixed feelings with Dragon Dogma 2. Elden Ring was really good, but... Yeah, come on. Come on, you're competing against this. I'm sorry. Just doesn't... You just can't beat it. Best fighting game? Didn't Multiverse win best fighting game? Didn't it? A collection over Rivals 2? Damn. I think Rivals 2 kind of got shafted here. Obviously, I'll just go to Tekken 8. Best family game, I don't even need to look. Unicorn Overlord, there you go. Oh. Yeah, this is pretty, I mean, the only other one that I think would compete is maybe like Frostpunk 2. Kunitsu was alright. I never tried these other ones, but Unicorn Overlord, anytime. It is such a underappreciated game of 2024. It's definitely a sleeper game. If you like JRPGs, definitely recommend this. Best sports? Ugh. Best multiplayer. Did I like Helldivers 2 more, or did I like Warhammer more? I think I like Helldivers 2 more. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's not even done yet, but come on. How can you not? Ooh, most anticipated game. This is probably what I would spend most of my time playing. Next to this. I'm excited for this if it comes out. You know, if this one comes out too. I mean, we all know Grand Theft Auto 6 gonna win. But I'm most excited for some more Death Stranding 2. It's probably the most controversial pick that I have out of the entire time. This is the most controversial one. Death Stranding 2. I don't know, man. People, you need a brain dead game in your life, and Death Stranding 2 is one of those games. Who are all these people? You know, I'll vote for the anime girl. I have no idea who these people are, but just because that one's different. Best esports league. Easy. I don't even play it. I just watch it because of... I was gonna say, if Faker's not here. This guy literally went on crack in the finals. Esports team T1. For people who don't know, T1 was one game away from not even making it to Worlds, and then they won. Ridiculous. Is that it? But honestly, Concord sweeps. If Concord was eligible, it would have taken every single category, and it's the biggest robbery of 2024. And this is why you cannot take the Geoffies seriously. Yeah.